In this world, there are a lot of people that give and a lot of people that take. And Michael is always more to give. He always gives more than he asks of people. And I think that that's a wonderful quality, and it shows how trustworthy he is. I remember during the pandemic, his patients, a lot of them were in because they were older, and there were a lot of people in for gait training. That's like when you can no longer walk properly, and it really impacts your life. So a lot of them were stuck at home and they didn't have necessities. He literally sourced toilet paper and brought them to their homes. And not just toilet paper, like other necessities too, but there's the jokes about the runs on toilet paper during the pandemic. And that was one of the things. He made sure that his patients had that. Who does that? You know, other people were too worried about themselves and what they needed. And he was looking out for those who couldn't. And no one talks about it. He didn't tell anyone. He just did it. And I think that that's really amazing. I also had a kid at home who couldn't go to school anymore and had to learn virtually. And for me, you know, Michael was so supportive. It was a transition for me to work at home, and he just kept me working the whole time. You know, a lot of people didn't have that kind of security. And it meant a lot that even though, you know, the practice was set up in a way that it couldn't properly function during COVID, because you can have multiple people in an open space. So it just really, it was a great setup until there was a pandemic. Who saw that coming? But, you know, he didn't care about that. He cared about the people and making sure that we were okay and had what we needed. And I was able to work the whole time from home, doing billing, scheduling, you know, taking calls at home, and still being there while homeschooling was taking place to keep an eye and make sure that, you know, things didn't fall apart. And my husband is he never stopped. He has a safety sensitive job. And so he actually worked more during the pandemic and was out of the house more because, they needed him more because he works at IMTT in Bayonne, which is a huge employer in Bayonne. And they have barges of oil and chemicals coming in and from all over the world. So they had to constantly have someone on the docks to make sure no one would get off the ships. And since he was in the security at the time, he was there like around the clock. So it was just me at home trying to keep working, trying to homeschool, trying to, you know, keep the house together and not have everyone go crazy. And so knowing that Michael had my back and that he put his employees first. I mean, he put everyone first. I already told you when he was driving around bringing toilet paper and food and sanitizer to his patients. So, you know, I think it meant everything. And I don't know how he did it.